Hi, I'm Leslie.
And I'm Doreen.
90 Day Fiance.
I can't even.
Oh
can't
my God.
even.
The tell-all part 2, but before, like, just so much happening. If we ever didn't know he was a dirtbag, it is confirmed. So we're starting with Eva Mohammed, if you couldn't guess. I mean, there's a lot of dirtbags to pick from, but he is the #1 dirtbag today. And they get through the tell-all, all the things. The ink's barely dry on the freaking marriage thingy. And the friend is, like, apologetic, tries to make nice because she thinks this is going to go the distance. And then at the end of the tell-all, they disclose, I guess it happened after the tell-all at some point, I would think months after, by this recent news that we've heard, that Mohammed had been texting another girl for a couple months, other girls and stuff.
It was like 6 months, like, yeah, he was.
And was saying that, basically was saying that he was only doing this for the green card, at least that's what it alluded to in the text and all this stuff. But anyway, and then the big news broke, literally, like right after that tell-all, is that Eve's been charged with assault. That happened on August 15th. Of course, she's denied, charged with assault of Mohammed, and her court date is September 6th. But I think this is all wrapped up.
Another pansy-ass guy to say that.
She's denying it. I think it has to do with whether he can get his green card. And there's some, I don't know all the legal things, but I think he needed to do that because he obviously wants to stay here. I think that was his motive all along. He is a dirtbag. And her friend was right, you know, it's so sad, you know, you need to listen to your girlfriends. She knew. But anyway, I know I've been rambling.
I just hope, you know, with all these people, all the people out there, if any of you are 90-day people yourselves, you know, you really have to know if somebody is actually loving you for you or for something else. And Mohammed had so many red flags, and shame on you, Eve. You know, shame on you. Everybody wants to be loved. But you know what? I mean, there were so many, you couldn't miss them. Your friend said things.
It was a parade of flags.
Correct. It was a parade of flags. I like that.
Parade.
It was, yeah. So dirtbag of the year.
Dirtbag #1. Yeah. And you know, and I started to I think he played me too, and I fell in it. Thank God I'm not bringing anyone over from another country. I'd be just as gullible because I am gullible. But, and all these others, we're just going to jump around. It was the tell-all, you know. We got two chicks knocked up, you know, Cara and Thais.
Very excited about that.
Yes, it's really nice. I mean, Jibri was on
some kind of
tear.
God. Oh my God. Jibri was freaking, he was an ass. I don't think he could have been more of an ass. And what killed me is, I never liked or disliked him, but Miona was just sitting there the whole time. I would have been like, shut the hell up. Shut the hell up. Like, holy God.
What I didn't even understand, and then they asked Patrick at what point, who's more to blame in this thing? And he was like, John. And I was like, what? John? Like, and as Jibri is trashing his brother, Patrick was just like not a peep out of him.
Well, he didn't need to. John was giving it right back to him.
No, but if that was my brother, I'd be like, I don't know. There was just nobody was standing. I think he was sitting next to Thais, and she was, of course, you know, thankful that Jibri was there but it was just like,
yeah, Jibri was trying to, you know, you hear him in the thing saying, well, I really like Thais a lot, and
it's not your fight.
It's not your fight.
Yeah,
and here's the thing, you know, Patrick said it well, and I do give him some respect and understanding for this. John's been his big brother his whole life. He's been there for him. He raised him. He has always been his #1 supporter and fan. Now he falls in love with a woman. He's trying the best he can. You know, he can't turn around and say to the guy that raised you and is being everything, get the hell out because I have a wife. She is a little hard on that, where she should have known that long before she came. And I think we said this months ago in one of our conversations. Before she came, she should have known, okay, he's going to be living with us. Can we give it a time frame? Can we give it 6 months? Can we give it a year? Can we help him to get on his way? Can we, you know, do things? She hasn't gone out of her way to make, you know, to make it a happy home, I'm going to say, because I know if it was me, you would at least come in and you are the outsider coming into that home. I don't care that you're marrying the guy. You are the outsider. They have a family, they're a family, and they've been living together, and you should try and be accommodated as opposed to, oh, you're drinking at noon, and like, who are you? I don't know. I don't like the whole dynamic. Again, John, I'm not saying he's the best guy.
Mum's the word.
Patrick doesn't know what to do. He's stuck.
Yeah, he's stuck. Mother-daughter house. You know, if you got to have him around, get him in
yes,
everything.
Great idea.
He's got all this money, but whatever. Um, uh, I'm just all over the place. Emily, she's encapsulating her placenta, popping the pills. That's okay. I mean,
You know, I've never heard of that, and
I've
God
heard
knows
of it.
I look into all the stuff like
well,
that.
they do. They blend it up in smoothies. I'm like, oof, I just no.
Yeah, but what does it do? It just it brings all the stuff back into your body. It doesn't like
I
make
mean,
you look
that,
younger or
that
anything.
placenta is
I
magic.
mean, mine's long gone, but you
is
know,
magic. Is magic. I mean, it holds all those.
nutrients and
No,
stuff.
but
yeah.
it holds the stem cells, things and I could see almost people that want to freeze them because those stem cells can cure your baby.
Yes,
if you
and
all
did
the
I do
wonderful
that? I didn't
things.
talk about that. I don't think I did it because I think it was kind of expensive, like $1,000 a year or something to freeze it. I don't remember. It was a long time ago, but
I don't know. On to Vinny and Harry.
I tell you, I do like them. I am rooting for them. Our Benny annoyed the hell out of me on this episode because he didn't say a word. She was like, oh, she's like touching him, holding him. He wasn't, he was just staying there. He didn't put his hand on her. She was like, I do love him and I think I know he loves me and this and that. And then she turns around and she goes to Ethiopia for 3 months, which was out of control to do to your husband with your child and not know anything. And I just feel like
and playing games with the block and the numbers, and I was just like,
in her defense, Benny didn't even notice. She was like, oh, I thought she was just out of the area. So I'll give
he's
it.
spending a lot of time in Vegas. I think it's just like she's kind of admitted this, that she loves him. He doesn't love her. He's not in love with her, but he loves his child. And
he loves his child, and you know what? They could end up being great friends, and he can come back and forth and see his son, and he can have his thing in Vegas. I'm wondering if part of her is thinking if he hits it big and I divorce him, I'm not going to be a part of that. But I definitely, his body language and his lack of saying anything. I mean, people are trashing her, and he didn't even turn around and say, you know what, dude, I love her. Stop.
There's not a lot of defending going on here.
Yeah, so Ari, maybe it's time for you to pick up and say, okay, Vinny, you know what, I did you a favor. I helped you get your green card. We have a beautiful child together. Let's just be friends, and you go find somebody who's going to love you.
And he even said, like, if we didn't have Avi, we may not be together. So, I mean, he kind of admits it there.
Yeah, I don't know if he said that. That was
Then he said that.
Vinny said that?
Yeah,
he
that's
did?
what I have written down.
Oh, sorry.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but that's
okay.
I put it in quotes. That means
Okay,
he
no,
said it.
sorry. I was thinking.
I don't know, but yeah. The only thing I had to say about Miona, other than she just sat there like another, boy, did she have quite the collection of sunglasses. Did you see that spread?
I did not.
I'll put in a picture. It must have been like 30, all different colors. And I'm sure Ghibri's got the same, and all the same colors so they can coordinate, because they do definitely coordinate there. And that was very sad. They said that he hadn't talked to his parents in 6 months. So she is officially just like severed. That's just so sad to me. And it was nice that he and David at least kind of made up and hugged. And
I thought that was very nice. As far as the parents go, I mean, you're the child. It's his responsibility to reach out to his parents. They were there for his whole life. And I don't think his parents, on what we see, because remember, there's a lot that happens behind the scenes. But from what we saw, I agreed with his parents. Like, okay, you were here for a little bit. It's time for you guys to move out. And all they're asking is don't get married. And I get the 90-day, but they couldn't go to it, whether that was truth or not.
Kids do stuff that you don't like all the time. It's
but it might be that
unconditional love. You're there.
You know what? If he did something bad, believe me, I could disown my kids if they were to do something that crossed a line with me. But you as the kid, if you know that like your parents have always been there for you and loved you, it's your job to realize like, okay, he still wants his wife, but these are his parents. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, you're going to get rid of your parents for a wife? I don't know about that.
I think I'm on the other side of that one. But anyway, Shaida and Bilal, and he was laying low.
He's very good at not getting people pregnant.
Yes. And she was pissed. You could almost just see when they were like saying about how the other two were knocked up and everything. She was just like, that should have been me, And I mean, she should have gotten pregnant by now.
No. From somebody who took who had to try for a year and it didn't happen, and then had to go to specialists and do some additional things. Absolutely not. She should have gotten pregnant. However,
That wasn't my
if I'm going to
situation.
be really honest here, we don't know if like he's kind of pulling out, if he's like,
Yeah,
we don't know the details, but
Some hanky panky.
at the end of the
going on there.
day, she wants to get pregnant. So I would have assumed before they even got married, they both would have gone to fertility specialists to make sure everything was okay. And it still can take a lot of time. So I don't think that's all on him. But she needs to know, like, the way I agree with you, her actions and the way her face was made it look like he is purposely trying to sabotage that. So maybe they're not having sex enough, or he tracked her cycle and he's purposely doing it different times of her cycle.
Tracking her cycle, just being maybe
To do it when she can't get pregnant.
I don't even know how to say this, but maybe showing up without the most you can give.
Yeah. Again, it could just be, having somebody who has gone through difficulty and stuff. It could take 2, 3, 4 years. It could take a very long time.
It absolutely
But
can.
I just don't trust him, and I think she's crazy for marrying him without defining all of the information here and realizing we're going to do everything possible, because she is getting older.
Yeah. That was sad. She's pissed though, and he was just
I don't
like,
see that one lasting. I do not see that
no.
lasting.
We're with Jibri on that one, right? Or wasn't he the one that said they weren't going to last?
No, I thought just Binny and Ari were the ones that weren't going to last. Did he say they wouldn't last too?
Yeah,
he
was
did.
calling
Okay.
everyone out. He was in rare form.
Yeah.
But who haven't we talked about? Just Cara and
Guillermo,
and they
so
just seem
cute.
kind of like
So, and Emily and Kobe. I'm all for all of them. I tell you, those freaking babies are cute. And Cara and Guillermo, I can't even wait for their baby. It's going to be so adorable.
Yeah, they seem like, you know what? He's a strong guy, and I really think that's
So
what saved their
mature.
relationship. He's not gonna roll over and just become this little boy. So he will challenge her. She will challenge him. They're in a good spot. Having a kid, that only glues you together, at least for the first 18. So they're in good shape. And yeah, and Kobe now with the baby number 2 and all, they're pretty set too. But
I wish, well, I mean, I guess she has to watch the kids. I was going to say, why can't Emily go back to work? They probably can't afford daycare. But yeah, I like them, and those kids are cute. So cute.
beautiful kids. They make beautiful kids. So I guess we'll just have to wait to hear the.
We're going to have to try and find on the internet what's happening. So if you guys hear anything, any status on where these couples are, can you please leave us a comment? Because, we don't get to find all of it out, and you guys might. So if you do, please let us know.
Yes. Anyway, if you liked our recap, please subscribe. I know most of you watching are not subscribed, so please subscribe and help us out and follow us along. Follow.
Subscribe to us.
Yeah. Anyway, see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.